Hey friends, Doug here with Doug Johnson Productions, Orem, Utah. To give you yet another trailer construction update video. I've actually had a pretty good week this week, so I thought it'd be very interesting to be able to talk about some of the stuff that I've been able to accomplish, some of the progress that I've been able to make. I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can while the weather is still good here in Utah. We're in October is when we usually go from nice weather to starting to get cold and rainy, and I've actually lost a few days already because of rain. I can't do some of the woodwork that I need to do while it's raining because I set up sawhorses outside to cut wood and whatnot, and can't really do that while it's raining. So lost a couple days to that, and trying to get everything done before the weather gets cold. We're still having nice days in the 60s and up into the low 70s, so we're trying to rush to get the stuff done that I have to do outside done before the weather gets any worse. So anyway, with that said, kind of go over some of the things that I've actually been working on. Since the last video, I've managed to pretty much complete the Ethernet. There's still a few things that I need to do there. So the switch is fully working the way that it's supposed to. It's doing a great job. It's been running non-stop now for 2+ weeks without being shut off. Doing a fantastic job. That's running on battery, which is being powered by solar. So running perfectly. It's working out great. Really pleased with that. I come down a little further in the rack and got my Intel Nook computers. These are going to be the computers that run the various some of the stations in the trailer. So this one's going to be PTZ, there's going to be audio, and then this one's going to be for the instant replay position. Other positions in the trailer will be run on laptops, so these three will be run on these Nook computers. If you haven't used the Nooks, they're actually pretty cool. It's a reasonably powerful machine. These are Core i5s, and we're talking about real Core i5s, not watered down ones. 8 gig of RAM, 256 gig SSD. So these are real nice machines. Not super powerful when it comes to graphics, but for the sort of thing that I'm doing, these are really just being used as a user interface for controlling equipment. So they don't need a lot of horsepower, but I can get i5s, so I got i5s. I did pick those up used in order to keep the costs down, but they're in great shape. So the other thing I've been doing here is wiring up the video routing switcher. So this is all working now. Actually see there's video going on, and you'll notice, if you pay close attention, you can see it. There you go. 2160 2160p 2997. So 4K setup working. I'm running the switcher in 4K mode right now, so any video that's going through here is actually 4K, or technically ultra high definition. Filmmakers get a little persnickety when you say 4K when you're talking about video, because our resolution is different than their resolution. But anyway, it's Ultra HD, so that's all up and working. Another thing that I've done here in the last couple days, so I mounted these racks on the back doors, or was one back door. I'm going to be doing the other door as well, but this is where I can keep power cables, SDI cables, etc. There are 3 tiers of cables there. One problem I'm finding though is that it's causing the door to sag. So I'm going to have to reduce the amount of weight. I'll probably just move like a third of those from that door to the other door, and hopefully that'll take care of it. But that's a great place to store them, so someone can, without having to come inside the trailer, they can just open up the back door, grab a cable that they need, and run and hook it up. So great thing going on there. The thing that I'm probably most proud of that I've been able to accomplish recently is actually the other direction. I've intentionally been avoiding pointing the camera that way. So drum roll please. Today I finished the first phase of the front monitor wall. So there it is. So this is kind of the main focus point of the trailer, and this is going to be visible by all the stations in the trailer except audio. Had to make that compromise to keep the audio guys isolated, but just kind of give you a little brief tour of what's going on here. These 2 top monitors, these are actually Vizio what they call home theater displays. So it's kind of halfway between a television and a computer monitor, but not really. They're calibrated out from the factory to have a really good quality picture. They omit things that you won't need, like tuners, for example. So these don't have any over-the-air tuners in them. HDMI input. So basically what I'm doing is I've got SDI run from the video routing switcher to HDMI, or SDI to HDMI converters. I'm using Blackmagic Design 4K converters, the mini converter. I've got 5 of those up here. So those run from the routing switcher to this front wall. So 2 Vizio 43-inch monitors, home theater displays technically, and then down on the bottom, these are LG IPS 27-inch monitors, and they're actually really nice as well. They also came calibrated from the factory. They include a analysis sheet in the box, so you can see how well they performed. These monitors, all 5 of them, are 4K, so be able to get a good idea what things actually look like when we're shooting a 4K production. One thing that kind of annoys me a little bit about Blackmagic switchers, like these 2 displays right here, these are coming from the multi-view outputs of the switcher itself, and those only do 1080i, so it's not even 1080p. So, but fortunately, these monitors actually will handle an interlace signal. It took me quite a while. It's kind of funny, but it took quite a while for me to find computer monitors that can not only handle video type signals from HDMI, because most of the time when you hook a computer monitor to a computer, you're getting an RGB signal, not a PRPB like you do from video, or YCRCB or YUV or whatever format you happen to be working with. But these actually not only handle the video style signal, but they also handle interlaced footage. So that was a major plus. So I was really grateful to find those. I can't remember the model number on any of these off the top of my head, but if anybody's interested, I can look that up and share that in the comments. So because these are on a video routing switcher, the layout is totally configurable. So if you've got a director that says, you know what, I want the bottom to be multi-view preview program, I can just do that with a few button presses, or they can do it themselves. I'm going to be creating some software that allows you to press some buttons on the computer screen and reroute things that way. Right now I've got it so this upper right is ME1 program, and then ME2 program over here. This is currently ME1 program as well. Normally I'll probably have ME1 preview over there. This is ME1 multi-view, and then ME2 multi-view. But again, depending on what we're shooting and the preference of the director, we can totally move that around. I've also got several of these Blackmagic multi-views, four input multi-views, and those can be routed to those front monitors as well. So for example, if we wanted to have this lower right monitor show preview and program for ME1 and 2 in a 2x2 grid, we could do that. So just whatever meets the need, and whatever the director happens to prefer, we can set that up. So the other thing that's going on here, hidden, very well hidden, there is a Sony Sound Bar in there. So there aren't going to be a lot of times when we want to have program audio coming through a set of speakers like that, but there will be a few. And I thought it'd be nice to have at least a decent sounding set of speakers in there. Again, I don't remember the model number on that one, but it's a pretty decent one, and it does have an accompanying woofer that's hidden down here on the floor. Everything you see down there is going to be hidden behind a couple of doors that lock closed. 2 doors open inward, and so if I shouldn't need to get in there, I can do that. There's actually quite a bit of room back in there, plenty of room for me to actually stand up, and I did install a light in there, so if I do need to work in there, I just flip on the switch, crawl up in there, and go to town, and not even be in the way, the director or anybody. So, but that said, I think that's about all I wanted to cover this time around. If you guys have any questions or comments or whatever, please leave them down below. I do try to answer. Or you can visit the website, djprod.biz. Or if you want to go directly to the contact page, it's djp.li/contact. And I do try to answer most questions. I've been getting quite a few questions that would require a lot of detail or would require a lot more backstory information about what's going on. I can't really answer those, so unfortunately, if you guys send me a question like that, I'm likely to not answer. But I do try to answer anything that's relatively simple. You know, if you ask me what type of gear I'm using for a particular thing, I'm happy to answer those sorts of questions. But anyway, also be sure and like and subscribe. We've got more of these videos coming up. I have a gig tomorrow. Cross my fingers. Hopefully I'll have enough time to actually pull out a camera and show you guys the setup for this particular gig. This is going to be an interesting one because it's going to be just me running it. It's an unpaid event, and I had no luck in getting volunteers to run cameras for it. So I'm going to do 1 static camera, 2 PTZ, and then control everything from inside the trailer. I hope I have enough time to set up and actually show you guys how that setup works. So anyway, again, thanks for watching and have a great day.